Signs and results of depression. That's basically what this one's going to be about. If whether or not you know you're depressed and you just need extra confirmation, or if you think that you might be depressed, or if you're dealing with depression and you feel that this video may bring you some kind of comfort from somebody understanding, your own experience. I should probably start from the beginning. My depression developed when I was about 10 years old. Uh, I don't know where it came from. I don't know how it happened. I just know that it did. It probably had a lot to do with my parents. Um, I was 10 years old and I started to feel like this numbness feeling, but it was more than that. It was like a mixture of numbness and sadness and hopelessness, and it was just horrible. And I'm still not over it. And I work every day to get past it, and I know eventually I will. But anyways, a year later, when I was 11 years old, was the first time that I self-harmed. I was having thoughts that I didn't like. I didn't even know what self-harm was. It just happened. Like I was sitting there and I was having thoughts and feelings that I didn't like, and I couldn't make them go away. So I self-harmed for the first time at 11 years old, and I picked up drinking when I was 11 years old. My stepmom had alcohol in the refrigerator that she always kept in there, to keep it cold. It was, I think it was like whipped cream vodka or something like that. And it was pretty obvious, I wore short sleeves. I didn't try to hide it. I always smelled like alcohol. My dad even caught me drunk one time and just pretended like it didn't happen. I got really into some other drugs. I had an addiction of my own that I'll cover in a different video. Um, and in ways, and I'm sure you've heard this term before, but in ways I felt like I was addicted to my depression. And I wasn't addicted to it because I liked the way that it felt. I was addicted to it because I like feeling like I could identify as something. Like I fit into a group of something because I didn't feel like I belonged anywhere, but depression was a group that I could fit into. And that's where the feeling comes from. It's like this feeling of euphoria mixed with absolute devastation. You're euphoric because you feel like you have somewhere where you belong, something that, you can identify as, something that is certain. But at the same time, you feel like this soul crushing depression because of the way that it makes you feel. It makes you feel like everything's hopeless. It makes you feel like everything's just numbed down or sad, or like there's never going to be a light at the end of the tunnel no matter what you do. And it's really, really hard, especially when talking to people that don't understand, the ones that tell you to just get over it or stop playing the victim or some bullshit like that. And by the way, when people say that to you, ignore them. I mean, I know their advice probably means well, but ignore them because you can't just get over it and you're not playing a victim. I mean, that doesn't mean you have to identify as a victim and let yourself continue to identify as a victim forever, but you are a victim. You're a victim of depression, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. The definition of victim is, I'll pull it up right now. A person harmed, injured, or killed as a result of a crime, incident, or other event or accusation. Synonyms include suffering. And when you have depression, you are suffering. And, something terrible did happen to you. That's probably how you developed depression. Or maybe something terrible didn't happen to you, but you are still a victim of depression. It is completely just mind consuming, life consuming if you let it be. And sometimes it's hard, to fight it. Especially when there's triggers everywhere. I mean, literally everywhere. You could just hear a song that reminds you of something and suddenly triggered, just like that. And if you have severe breakdowns like I do, where you just completely lose control of yourself, in a sense where your rationality goes out of the window, you think things make sense when they don't, like you start putting things together and it doesn't actually exist, and in the end you're just attacking yourself with those things and breaking yourself down and breaking yourself down and breaking yourself down. It's almost like, the best way that I like to put it, it's like you have this little man inside of your head that is consistently trying to kill you. And if you have anxiety that goes along with it, then that's another little man inside of your head that knows this is going on, but is too freaked out to do anything about it, so nothing ever gets done. That's how I see anxiety and depression being paired together inside of the head. One of my tips for depression is finding an outlet that makes you feel good, but at the same time gets out your bad feelings. Like I've tried writing, artwork, poetry, all of those worked for me. finding a good support group, surrounding yourself with other people who have experienced it and got through it, or maybe somebody who's experiencing it right now and hasn't gotten through it that you can get through it with, do it together. And yeah, it's really, really hard. And if you feel really alone right now, and maybe that's why you're watching this video, just know there is so many people out there that understand how you're feeling. Maybe not exactly how you're feeling, because each to their own, but understand how you're feeling in a sense that they have been through depression. They have felt the hopelessness, they have felt the void, and they can feel in a sense what you have felt. And those are the people that you should really reach out to with those emotions. It's okay sometimes to talk to people who've never been through depression or don't understand or think depressed is just a phase. To sometimes get a little bit of insight, but if they say something that rubs you the wrong way, that hurts you, I would not immediately take that as truth. I would clarify that somehow with somebody that does understand and see if that really is truth, because people unintentionally will get into your head and they will make you feel like it's non-existent, like it's something that you can just overcome all by yourself instantly by just getting over it, or like you need to be stronger or something like that. And just remember that if you're feeling alone, somebody out there does understand. If you want to share your own experiences or any advice, drop it in the comments below. Like the video and subscribe if you like my channel and everything, and have a great day.